Wait a minute. What the hell? What the fuck? Frozen. That was strange. Hello, everybody. Sorry about that. For some reason, it froze on me. No idea how. No idea how that happened, but it did freeze on me. I apologize. Oh, technology can kiss my ass. Literally. But to answer your question, how would I know? I'm not English. Whenever England lose something, I celebrate. I don't know. Last night's show proved I've got a little bit of a warm heart somewhere. But hello, everybody. Yes to you, crazy fucking Americans. It is the day where you finally became important. Just kidding. It is your Independence Day, so happy 4th of July to the American viewers and to English forefathers. I hope you all lose. Oh, wait, you already do that on a regular basis. You were watching yesterday's show. Lovely. Lovely. Abel Spawn. 4th of July to Kurt Angle. Man knows the score on this channel. Wow. How is everybody? Like I said, we've got some fun ahead tonight. Happy Kurt Angle Day is exactly how it should be. See if I can get some entertainment on that. Yeah. Okay. Hell no. Oh, Jesus Christ, Fernando. Oh, this is pain. This is pain. There's only one way I can react. I might need to get a religion at this rate. Ugh. You guys are evil. But how the devil are you all? How is everybody doing? It is good to see you all. Here for your Thursday TV review. In front of the dozens and dozens of Steelchair viewers. Evil does wrestle in Japan, that is correct. There, I think I look a little bit better. Catherine will be like, groovy. Here, I'm just fixing the hair. A presenter's got to look good, unlike Jonathan Coachman and Dave LaGreca. Gotta look the part, you know. I wouldn't let her within 2 feet of my front door. I would have snipers pick her off. Incoming target, 12 o'clock. Right in the phony fun bags. We can use her phony fun bag as a flotation device if we end up bouncing off things, so it's all good. There's one for you, Zodiac. Coach said his prayers this morning, though, so it's okay. I mean, speaking of Coach, absolute weird human. Oh, hold on. It's on YouTube now. Riot Girls of Wrestling. Will Ospreay is actually on commentary. Not kidding, like, he is on commentary. That's mental. Looks like they've got a few matches on, and the time limit. There's time limits for all the title matches. That is so good. Will's being prepared. I think he's just trying to be very forward thinking. I'm liking this. It's good for women as well. So if anyone wants to watch it, again, it's up to you guys. If you want to watch it in the background, I actually might. It's Eve Riot Girls of Wrestling. I'll put the name in the chat for you. There you go. I'm going to share it to the channel page. For anyone that enjoys... He's on commentary. There is a member stream, so I'm assuming the pre-show's free, and then it'll go on to the member stuff for the rest of it. This is the countdown show, but it's on for an hour, I think. And it started... Actually, no, it's longer than that, because it started over an hour ago. We are going to come to that, Maria. We are certainly going to come to that. Because, boy, oh boy, is there a lot to get through with TNA. Oh dear. Like, literally, the words, oh dear, come to mind. And we're going to get through it the best way we can, and the only way we can. So. Ooh, Catherine, no. See, for that, Catherine, this is your punishment. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Catherine's punishment for saying Happy Cody Rhodes Day, which is bullshit. You say kill music, Catherine, but this is who it is.
Look here, come on, come out and get to it. Pimp game, immaculate flow like fluid. Got a park in the building, y'all.
I heard about the Edinburgh Boiler Company through a friend of mine who had solar panels fitted and highly recommended them.
Also found out that they're one of the...
Where's the original one? Ah, here we go. This is the one. Because I get on my knees and I take up my ass and I look at this and then I go, kiss that ass. That's Jonathan Coachman. First time I've ever done a rap in my life, and I'm definitely not going to rap at present. Maria, you sound angry. Maria's using all the exclamation marks. She's run out of keyboard space. Damn, Catherine, you've got some balls.
Well. Good to see you, Rock. So, you come back to Raw to support the Coast Line. Let me tell you something. If you work just a little bit harder, you can be an exact baby!
No, Maria's not going to hit me with a Rainmaker. I will not allow good moves to be used against me. She can use the airplane spin, that's okay. Right there, you punk. Ooh, Misa sorry. So, hi, Maria, what's all the exclamation marks for? Are you counting down all the world titles that Roman Reigns wishes he could genuinely have? Or are you counting down all the WrestleMania main events that Hulk Hogan stole from good talent? I'd love to know. Oh yes, and also I have the face that Catherine makes when she sees Tony Khan. Wait for it. Now that is the face that Catherine makes when she sees Tony Khan. Is cooking. So what did we think of... Oh, Abel, believe me, I know you did, you son bitch. But here is the question. If you have seen it, what did you all think of TNA last night? What did you think of Ring of Honor if you've had the chance? I'm going to say plain and simple, 100%. There is no draw this week. There is no draw between Impact, and Ring of Honor. There is a definitive point that is being handed out tonight. So, current leaderboard. Abel, top man. Let's see, what is our current score? Yes, there we go. Ring of Honor is on 3 points, TNA is on 2, and we have 2 draws. But where is the point going? Well, I can categorically tell you the point will not be shared. One thing is for sure. It's 2 hours of television versus 45 minutes. And yet, we absolutely can definitively award a point. But where is the point going? Who is going to get the point? I can categorically tell you it's not Monday Night Raw. But I will say though, oh, Abu.
Oh god.
Abu, you never fail to make me laugh. Ever. So, for that alone, Abu, I have a new meme just for you. The new People tab is here. Wait, what? Okay. Easily manage your guests, monitor their audio levels, and adjust their volume. Oh, cool. I can control you guys. Very nice. What are you fucking playing at? If you're bored, leave. So damn rude, Catherine. What the fuck? I'm only kidding. But when it comes to Abu, I'm not kidding. I don't know what the fucking American way is, because you borrow from everyone else. Yeah, AJ signed a 1-year contract extension, so we can officially say that AJ Styles has ruined his career. Permanently. Now, for Abu and his extreme level of horniness, there's only one meme that defines Abu, and it goes like this. Yep. Kane. Yeah, AJ's definitely going to retire next year. He'll retire for his 50th. Yep. He absolutely can't complain. Yo, James, what's happening, brother? How are you? If you literally rewind a few seconds, you will see what we think of Abu when Abu gets horny. rewind a grand total of 25 seconds. Oof. Unlucky, mate. Unfrickin' lucky. Abel, please change. Abel, please change your YouTube name to the Big Horny Bubble Machine. Oh, I wish I could assign you guys nicknames because I would call you that on YouTube. Oh, Abel, I swear if you do that, I will keep you as a #1 fan of the channel every stream by default. You put Catherine to the sword if you do that. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, there is no news on the channel tonight. We do have 2 community tab posts that I did. Well, I put up 1 community tab post today, and I put 2 up last night. We are going to go through them slowly, but I just want to get you guys' opinion. What did you think of? We'll start with the first one. We are going to go with the shortest show first, so we are going to go with Ring of Honor. But for those that have watched, what did you guys think of Ring of Honor last night? Ah, see, James totally gets me. Catherine. Right, that's it. There's only one way to deal with Catherine. There is only one way. Billy? Abel, it definitely worked. Oh, right. See, for that, I think this is how we're going to do this. Right, let's see if right. Abel's about to get absolutely destroyed. Watch this. Abel, I'm so sorry in advance. But I'm borrowing something of yours. I'm borrowing something of Abel's because you guys are going to laugh at this. Abel is definitely going to try and hunt me down and kill me after this. But give me, on the clock, give me 3 minutes. Yep, that worked. Oh, I'm so going to hell for this. I am so going to hell. Nah, he's still bald, Billy. I don't need a hair transplant. I'm good, thanks. No, what I stole from Abel is so damn appropriate because what I'm about to do to him is going to destroy him all over YouTube. I like Abel, so it's a good thing. It's a peaceful destruction. It's a good thing I know how to use the. I'm good at editing. Nah, he's done now, permanently. Bubble emojis, you're not wrong. Put them in the chat. There are bubble emojis. I don't think AJ will have. I think if AJ wasn't gonna retire in WWE, then absolutely, I think he would have one last match. But I don't think he'll get it now. I hope I'm wrong though. Like, I really hope I'm wrong. That'll do. AJ Styles versus Santana for the world title would be beautiful. Because AJ Styles would give him the rub. Alright, guys. Here we go. Abu, I am so sorry for this. Like, I am genuinely sorry. So I need to... Nope. There we go. In fact, I need to... I am 100% going to hell. Billy, all I'm going to say is, if you... It's on the channel. Like, it's on this episode why he's called that. But I'm about to make it much worse. I don't think Styles has got the capability to do it anymore. Like, I think Ultimate X, I don't think he can do it anymore. Abu, I am so sorry. But I've had to borrow something from you. So, this is what I think of Abu, first of all. But this is the final version. It's oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, Jesus Christ, Catherine. Oh my God. Oh, that I'm sending that straight to our group chat. Oh, that's so going in our group chat right now. The big horny boy. In fact, you know what? I think I can use that meme for one other thing. Let's see. That is true. Abu, I'm so sorry for this, but I think there's a more appropriate one. It's about to get much worse, Catherine. Abel, I'm so sorry. I'm officially going to hell for this. Believe me, I am about to go to hell. Like, I actually think I'm going to get killed. Yeah, well, Catherine, wait till you see what I thought of. Okay. So, as you can see on the screen, we have the big horny bubble machine. Underneath might be the end of Abul as we know it. Can I get in the chat drum roll emojis, please? Oh, hell no, I'm not elegant. I'm absolutely chaotic and deadly, thank you very much. I'll keep an eye out for JCW, sorry, Juggle, and see what we get. But yeah, I am not showing this until we get drum roll emojis. I need to see some drum emojis. The good thing is I've actually cropped out Abel's ear on this really well, so it actually fits Kane's ear. It's actually really good. No, not medals. I want drum rolls. I need drum rolls. Come on, give me some drum rolls, you slow machines. That's more like it. Come on. More. 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 Even though I'm quoting that shit movie. There we go. So, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The world's largest love machine, Abula. You know the best thing about it is Abul is that nice that Abul knows that I'm doing this for fun. This is not a bullying session. Because I wanted to bully someone. There's only one person on this planet who deserves to be bullied when it comes to the wrestling world. He stands at a grand swapping 5'3". He sits and looks in a toilet bowl. I love how Billy went, this is proper mean, but it's hilarious. But yeah, so when it comes to bullying someone, I think everyone will agree this melon fucker is much worse. The worst YouTuber on the planet. The fact that he's got a Mustang, he's probably driving an EcoBoost, the absolute pleb. I mean, he looks like an EcoBoost. With his shit beard, his cheap jeans. His mother probably still buys his clothes. His stick-on pubes on his beard. A hat that doesn't cover up his face that much. This weirdo deserves it more. But just look how bad his cat is. His cat is getting away from him. But don't worry. We can redeem ourselves. You know what? See, for the rest of the show, that's staying on screen. What do we think? Yeah? No? Do we keep this on screen for the whole show? I just don't like the bitch. Plain and simple. Maria says no. Catherine straight up thumbs up. Abu, can I just say, that is one excellent shiny forehead. I mean, to be fair, why would you want to invite him to an after party? He would probably drain the life out of it. Abel, you are officially the top guy. Ugh. Abel, I cannot for the life of me say anything. He absolutely did get dragged by them. Abel, I just love the fact that you will just do it regardless. Like, that is top man work from yourself there. Really well done. I absolutely admire that of you. See, ladies and gentlemen, see if you have fun, you get it back tenfold. Damn right, Abel. Damn right. And you never know. When it comes to certain people, if you're lucky, funny does get the fanny. Perfect. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have 45 minutes of Ring of Honor television to get through first. And we have a grand spanking 4 matches. 2 singles and 2 tag matches. One of the tag matches is for the Ring of Honor World Tag Team title #1 contendership for next week's Supercard of Honor. We're certainly going to cover that. If you want, we could end up doing a watch along for that next week. I mean, we already have the watch along for All In next week as well, so we could end up doing that. And also, remember, Fernando, next week, you, sir, have a triple threat to defend your predictions championship for the first time. You, sir, have got it all to play for. I'm actually going to back Fernando to retain his title. Even though I'll be competing too, I think Fernando has a good chance of retaining his championship. Because you have to beat Fernando in a combined total score across the 3 events. And then the winner will then have their first title defense the week after for the TNA Slammiversary event. So you're already up against the wall straight away. So the predictions are next week. So we have we're not going to do a prediction show for Saturday night's main event. That's not a pay-per-view. We're going to do predictions for Supercard of Honor on the Friday. We're going to do predictions for All In during the pre-show. And then during the pre-show, we're going to do predictions for Evolution 2. I just wanted to get Deonna out of the cage. That is fine with me, buddy. That is fine with me. Bear in mind as well, ladies and gentlemen, there will be a Raw watch along and there will be a Dynamite watch along. There will also be... We will be doing a double watch along next Thursday night for TNA and Ring of Honor. Now, I'm pretty sure, I think Collision is also on Thursday, isn't it? Because All In obviously is 8 o'clock UK start time next week. We've got a very early All In event, which is crazy start. Which I don't blame them, to be fair. It starts several hours before Saturday night's main event, and it just shows that they're not stupid. They're not being stupid at all. And SmackDown, if you're watching, I know it's banned, Abul, don't worry. SmackDown tonight goes back to 2-hour shows. The fact that they've not put effort into it, I agree. Which is a sad thing, actually. It is not sad because of the creative team. It's not sad because the fan base that are going are probably going to chant stupid shit. It's sad because the women haven't been given this event in years. They've not been given this event in years. And yet they haven't actually promoted for it. Jesus, Catherine, come on. Billy, we'll see. I haven't decided yet. Because I haven't watched SmackDown since that TLC match. And that was nearly 3 months ago. I haven't watched any SmackDown. It's probably the longest break I've had from wrestling in my entire life. In terms of since I started watching wrestling, it's the longest break I've had from a show in general. Which is mental. Yeah, there is a return which leads to a faction. But the chat seems importantly quiet. If you catch my drift. Like, the live chat right now is being blessed. Oh yeah, 100% Billy. So let's get to it. Opening show. Contest match. Abu would take Lillian Garcia, put her on a mic, and be like, "You are singing my song." You can get in the queue, Catherine. But I'm not letting that go. Bleach says he can't wait until SmackDown. I don't think anyone's said that in a long time. Catherine's getting very aggressive now. Scenes when Hangman pins Moxley and then Catherine gets absolutely enticed. And she goes, give me that cowboy. I mean, I don't blame you, Billy. Speaking of the horny bubble machine, we have 4 matches to review for Ring of Honor before we move on to TNA. We are certainly going to have some fun. And that is what we do. Have fun. I mean, I'd make money off that abo easily. Sell that some bitch like it's white on rice. Ring of Honor's on a Thursday and the pay-per-views are a Friday. Okay, let us begin. So, our opening contest from the 4-match card. I mean, saying stop is very appropriate for Jey Uso. So the show, excuse me, that was weird. The show does begin with a one-on-one men's action, scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Features arguably one of the worst beards in wrestling versus Alex Zane. It's Wheeler Yuta versus Alex Zane, who hasn't been on Ring of Honor, ironically, on a Ring of Honor episode since Supercard of Honor 2024. It's not a particularly long match. It's not a Yuta slander, it's just his beard is terrible. He needs to trim it a bit. He is great at being a bitch, 100%. But that's a praise. Fuck knows bleach. This was a very good match from the off. The pacing was good. Timing wise, it's not essentially a squash, but we get to see a bit of the comedy side in Wheeler Yuta in this matchup. So the aggression on display is a reflection of who he works with. I admire that. But then we get to see him play around with the referee. And the fact that he constantly reminds the referee, who continues to be a prick. Wardlow is doing American Gladiators. We're treated by Yuta to not just good technical wrestling, but a little bit of comedy, where he's constantly manipulating the 5 count. And I do like this because he keeps saying to the referee, I have until 5. It was honestly so damn funny. Being the Bryan Danielson mark that he is, Wheeler Yuta is continuing to use his offense like it's his own, and he's actually making good use of it. We see the cattle mutilation, again, to very little success. Very good Hurricane Rana as well, that came from Alex Zane. Like, he comes back really well. My only concern for Alex Zane is because he's not been on TV a lot, he didn't get a lot of reaction from the crowd. And it's not his fault, it's just that there's a lot there, especially in 45 minutes. he needs to stand out, and I don't think he did. Will Killswitch ever return? Yes. He will. Funnily enough, you mentioned Daniel Garcia. He will be on Collision. Abo, Billy, I'm going to send you to the Shadow Realm. Don't compare me to Daniel Garcia. I've got talent. He hasn't got any. After the Boomerang Hurricane Rana, we get a Facebuster combination, which goes to a 2 count. Which Wheeler Yuta kicks out of. Wheeler Yuta then hits the Psycho knee and gets the 3 count. It was a quick little fun match. It wasn't going to be like a big massive compare fest. I mean, Wheeler Yuta's been working heavy for the past couple of years. Like, he's in incredible ring shape. It was not like he was going to be tested here at all. No. Imagine thinking I'm going to lose a quiz. If there's one thing I don't do, is lose quizzes. Don't worry, I'm already ahead of that. Don't worry. No. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, I've got 2 little updates. Yeah, I passed the theory test in August. The driving one, yes, September 2nd at 9:07 in the morning. Such a wild time to do a driving test. Absolutely. That's why I passed it. Like I said about this match, it was fun. It wasn't long. It just filled out the time, and we got a little bit of a laugh out of Wheeler Yuta and Alex Zane, they seem to complement each other really well, but I think we need to get more out of them in terms of time. Austin Theory can't even pass a practical test. We get a short backstage promo from the infantry, wishing everyone that's American a happy 4th of July or Will Smith Day, as they of course declared it. We then get the first of 2 tag team matches up next. We have a Theory test is basically written work. What you do an exam is theory. It's not practical. That's what a theory test is. United States rules. I'll stick to Japan rules instead. Our matchup, of course, is Spanish Announced Project, which is, I don't know what's worse, that or Frat House, which is Angelico and Serpentico versus Eddie, Peril, and Ricky Gibson. This, honestly, that is correct, Catherine. This one's actually quite a decent match to have. In terms of pacing, it's really good. That's reasonable, Bleach. A little bit of fun in this one. You've got 2 fast-hitting luchadors versus 2 bigger men. The balances of their styles equate each other. Especially from 1916 onwards. Mind you, I can't say much. German and Italian history is what I'm locked to besides Scottish history, and that's 3 pains. Gibson absolutely towers Serpentico in the match. Like, the height and weight advantage really shows. We get to use a lot of their offense, which is very, very intriguing. We get a sleeper hold on Serpentico, but he breaks out with a jawbreaker. Again, a reliable offensive move. Serpentico is then thrown in the corner. Gibson runs at him at full speed, misses, and he hits his dick off the corner. And I mean, like, he rams that thing off the corner. Hot tag to Angelico. He just runs through Gibson and Peril. And we get a suicide dive soon as follows. To end the match, Angelico hits the calf crusher on Peril. So we get a tag team submission victory, which is not so bad actually. Especially from the calf crusher. It's nice to see it being used as a finish again. We've just mentioned them, but we have to discuss them a little bit, sadly. Up next, we have footage of the Frat House. This is a recorded tape segment. A sad one at that. Where the Frat House are out they're out in the town. They're out at the pubs. They come across, unfortunately, the Dark Order. God almighty, why is this faction still a thing? Seriously. The Dark Order challenged the frat house to a drinking contest, and the loser would obviously pick up the tab for every person in the bar. The Dark Order do win this challenge, but it's reversed in the wins given to the frat house, so Dark Order have to pick up the tab. And then Alex Reynolds at the bar, hilariously, tells the barkeeper, out of interest, just charge everything to Griff Garrison. To which the bartender responded, who the hell is Griff Garrison? Next week at Supercard of Honor, we will crown the first women's pure champion. Oh, I know, James, it's becoming a joke. Next week, we will crown the first ever women's pure champion. Last week, we had one of the favourites in exciting singles action. This week, another favourite to win the belt, Serena Deeb. Exciting performance from the Professor. She was competing against Becca. Becca certainly does deliver really well. It is under Pure Rules, 15-minute time limit for a TV Pure Rules match. And quite frankly, we got to see what happens if you're so inexperienced in these types of matches, how it can backfire on you. And very early on, we got a rope break from Becca because she didn't know what she was doing. Now, Becca this is only her second Ring of Honor match. And her first match was 2023 against Layla Hirsch, who's in Top Flight. Yep, pure women's champion next week will be crowned for the first time. I'm hoping it's Deonna Purrazzo, but I think it's going to be won by Serena Deeb. But I'm standing behind Dion, obviously, because that's just what I do. 53 seconds into the match, we get our first rope break. Again, Becca's inexperienced to Pure Rules will not help her here. The transitions Serena Deeb employs here from submission attempt to pinfall, back to submission into another pinfall. We get surfboards, we get Boston Crabs, we get camel clutches. To which point the second rope break at 2 minutes 35. You've got to be kidding me. A work colleague. How do they know you're on YouTube? How do they know that's your YouTube name? And why are why are you being told to change it by them? Does your colleagues watch my show? If so, tell them to watch this show because I want to say something to them right now. Plain and simple. To whom it may concern, it's a fucking joke. He's not hurting anybody. Get a helmet. Get a personality. Fucking snowflakes. Exactly. You're not offending anybody. Abil, see what I've just said? Clip it and send it back to them. I'm honestly not kidding. Clip it and send it to them. Be like, it's called having fun. Do you know what fun is when it's not bought and paid for? Oh, Gen Zs are fucking clowns, man. The fact that that's how they're treating you, mate, is a fucking disgrace. I'll actually be, see, you know what's even worse, mate? I'll be annoyed if that person goes to your manager or something about it. Because that's the sort of shit that people do. Even though you're not doing anything wrong. It's called having a bloody laugh. Honestly, people like that need to be put down. I'm not kidding. Well, you know what, Abu? This is what I want you to do. Change your name back. Change it back and have fun. And if that person wants to moan, they can kiss my ass. Last time I checked, you're not offending anybody. Actually, this is what you should do. Change it back, screenshot it, send it to your boss, and just say, FYI, having a laugh. And just say, oh, by the way, send this when you can have a laugh watching this. Two birds, one stone. Oh, see the TikTok generate. I mean, I use TikTok to put up edits for the channel. I can now go live on TikTok as well. Actually, hold on. Could I link it from here? No, I can't, thank God. 14 days. Oh. Almost as long as Edge's first title reign. But that's somebody who's an absolute fucking Karen. Or Kevin, if they're male. But, Jesus, imagine stopping someone having fun. Nah, I'm good, Ta. At about 5 or so minutes, we get a victory here for Serena Deeb. She hits the neck breaker off the second rope. Hammerlock, lariat for another 2 count. But then she gets the win with a half crab stretch for submission. After the match, we get an appearance briefly from Trish Adora, scouting. Good man, Abel. Good man. Jesus, Glenn, you horny bastard. But Trish Adora scouting, who potentially the first pure women's champion. I wonder what she's got, like if she's going to add them to her faction. I wonder. I'm eager to see what happens. And then the main event for Ring of Honor, the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Title #1 contendership match featuring the Infantry, which is Charlie Bravo and Sean Dean, versus Top Flight. And they didn't exactly take flight; they were aborting flight. Sammy Guevara and Dustin Rhodes are 6 weeks away from being champions for a full year of the Ring of Honor World Tag Team division. They have been champions since August 17th last year. An excellent tag team title reign. They've had some good opponents, except the Maximum Male Models, because that's not really a top opponent. 100% Fernando. And they've been everywhere, which I like that's mentioned by Caprice and Riccaboni, that they are traveling the globe. They are traveling the globe. They are going far. They're taking the titles literally to the point of being World Tag Team Champions. I really do like it. That is correct. Abu. Long time ago, when Cody was, I was going to say less bitchy, but he's always been a bitch. The ultimate horn dog. The match would end by use of the Ring of Honor Pure Title belt, which Lee Moriarty hits Darius Martin in the back of the head. We then get a pinfall, which results in the Infantry. They will get the tag match next week. Ring of Honor this week. Exactly. Well, Chody. Ring of Honor this week was strong. Not the strongest show, but it was strong. And certainly one that deserves a lot. Yeah. Ho! Um, Early years of WCW was actually like early 90s WCW was big, especially when he took the title off Steve Austin. Territory, the territory days as well, I would say so. Mid South, yeah, as well. A B plus Ring of Honor show, I think that's a reasonable grade. Ring of Honor's got some decent talent. It certainly can do better, but it's got some decent talent. Now, however, we have to talk TNA. But before I do that, I'm going to quickly grab a drink. So I'll put the camera off for a minute and I'll be back after I get a drink. So lock in with some comments and some questions, and then we'll fire in. Yes, Catherine, we've still got a job to do. And Bleach, Jesus Christ. Okay. No worry, Abel. No worries, sir. Let me shut this door. Right. TNA, 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 TNA. Or as Catherine now calls it, NXT Light. Which, don't blame her, to be honest. Okay. The show begins with a little recap. It turned into a real fight because of Matt Bourne being completely fucked up in the head. Like, he was gone. Like, simply put, if he had gone any further, it would have led to a sheer bloodbath. Thankfully, it didn't. But yeah, Matt Bourne was gone at that point. Like, his mind was fucked. He was ruined. You couldn't save him. And Jim Duggan would have just beaten the piss out of him. We're welcomed to the show by Tom Hannafan and the still not under contract Matthew Renville, where they do confirm that the main event for Slammiversary is now a triple threat for the World Championship. Okay then. We then proceed to the theme song of the excellent Indy Hartwell. She makes her way out to ringside for guest commentary. She will be guest commentator for the opening match of the card, which is the Inspiration, or to just WWE fans if you know them, the Iconics, taking on Tessa Blanchard and Victoria Crawford. Again, work-wise, this is a good tag match. It's got a good pace. All four women get a chance to show their strengths, even though two of them aren't. Hold on. Yes, sir. Hey folks, sorry, I was talking to my dad there. So let's see. TKO is thinking you may have shortened SmackDown, but we haven't shortened our ads. That is correct. I guarantee you the breaks will get longer. Santana's winning in his hometown. I bloody hope so, but their current track record at the moment for good things haunts me. But yes, Indy Hartwell is on commentary for this opening match. Again, piece of shit human being Tessa Blanchard. She is. But in the ring, she's brilliant and she gives a good rendition of why she is one of the best women's wrestlers. Really good pace from Tessa Blanchard when she is in control, but I like the fact that the Inspiration are showing their worth again after being out of the scene for so long. Really good tag match. I do recommend giving it a watch. It's a bit of fun, and I just like the way they interchange, like Cassie Lee and Jessie McKay. They actually do tag in and out really well. It feels like they haven't missed a beat. I actually like what we're getting from them. The only person that let me down in this entire match is Victoria Crawford. She sucks. I know she's a former Divas champion in WWE, and that's all right and all that, but God Almighty, she sucks ass. She's arguably one of the worst women's professional wrestlers going at the moment. I thought she was going to come in and do really well. Like I said that. If you go back and look at what I said when she debuted, I was like, you know what? Bit of fun here, considering what she can do. She's not old. She's not washed. And she's had several matches and her timing is off. Her ring awareness is dreadful. I'm trying to think of an analogy, but I can't think of one. It's clearly it's smart that TNA have brought in people already like Harley Hudson, and because they're clearly aware of the fact that Christ Almighty, Victoria Crawford is not good enough to keep around. And I think, quite frankly, go back to NXT. Go and work NXT. You cannot keep up with the TNA Knockouts division. She can't. End of the match, of course, it's a mistake from Tessa Blanchard, which leads to a double team finish on Victoria Crawford, and then we get a post-match brawl between Blanchard and Indy Hartwell. Indy Hartwell then again. Indy Hartwell is so lovely, like in terms of like how she comes across. I've always liked her. She deserved better in WWE. Indy picks up a microphone and she challenges Tessa Blanchard to a match at Slammiversary. I'm not gonna lie, I'm really up for that. I actually think that will be. I think it's got a chance to be a good sleeper match. I don't know how long we're gonna get though, but I'm eager to find out. I'm hoping they give them more than 15 minutes. We go to commercial break. Come back, we get a rundown of the show. We then get an update for Slammiversary. I've obviously put them on the community tab. We have some new matches announced for the show, which was expected. The match that we spoke about a couple of weeks ago, we thought was going to happen, is happening at Slammiversary. The Inspiration will challenge the Elegance brand for the Knockouts World Tag Team titles. And obviously, Indy Hartwell versus Tessa Blanchard has been announced. This is at the UBS Arena in Long Island. So we'll in 2 weeks. I'm eager to find out what happens. I think it's going to be a decent show. I hope so, anyway. The card is certainly shaping up to be good. A familiar theme song goes through the Impact Zone. It is the theme song of Order 4. Tasha Steelz calls out the one man that she believed could talk some sense into the now insane, deranged, aggressive form of Mustafa Ali. It is prime Cedric Alexander that doesn't taste like horrible bathwater. Cedric comes to the ring. We then see the leader of Order 4, Mustafa Ali. He comes out to confront Cedric Alexander, confronts Tasha Steelz, confronts the rest of his faction with his security, of course. His security guards follow him to the ring. Cedric Alexander asks Mustafa Ali to cast his mind back. Does he remember the 205 Live match? Does he remember WrestleMania 34? Again, one of the best matches on that crazy event is Alexander versus Mustafa Ali. Cedric Alexander tells Mustafa that he is here to help. He's not here to confront Mustafa. He's not here to steal control of his faction. He is simply here to help. To which Mustafa Ali tells him to go fuck himself. He's not wanting his help. And then Mustafa Ali challenges Cedric Alexander to a match at Slammiversary. To which point he says if Mustafa Ali is not going to accept his help, then he is going to beat the shit out of him. The security then hits the ring, beats up Alexander and the Great Hands. And Mustafa Ali watches on, sniggering, smiles and laughs his way to the top. Makes perfect sense. It's too early in the show, but we have to get to it. That was one of the best segments of TV this week, by the way. That Order 4 segment. It's good to see them actually trying to give Cedric Alexander something to establish himself. I'm not sure about Cedric still, but at least he's not coming in to be a comedy act. He's come in and he's done some serious stuff, which I actually admire. I'm glad we got that. And Mustafa Ali, with his deranged behaviour and his aggressive antics, he has a chance to go and do something with this character. He's evolving his own gimmick. It's brilliant. I'm really liking this from Mustafa Ali. And long may it continue. We then go back to another commercial break. When the show comes back, we get quite an extensive video package for the upcoming contest, which is for the Knockouts title. It's a chain match between former tag team partners, former tag team champions, MK Ultra. It is Killer Kelly versus the champion, Masha Slamovich, in a chain match. Now, I love this because, again, the mystique of Killer Kelly, the lights go to blood red, crawls her way to the ring as she does, with a chain wrapped around her body, and then the theme song, the mighty theme song of Masha Slamovich, hits through the impact zone. The crowd does get excited for that. They are obviously chained to each other, and the bell kicks off, and within minutes, within seconds, the match is already on the floor. Masha Slamovich, again, a great callback to New Japan recently in the dog collar chain match that we had between Evil and David Finlay. When Evil got wrapped round the turnbuckle post, he got his head kicked in. Masha gets caught between the same way, and Killer Kelly just wraps around the turnbuckle post and just attacks the champion every way she can. I really do like it. The chain is a big factor in the match, but it's the resiliency of the champion that shines through. And then we go to a very short commercial break. Comes back from break. Masha Slamovich is in control. Killer Kelly gets her face slammed against the steps, and it's not a slow step up. It's a brutal step up on the face of the challenger. Up the entrance ramp, Masha Slamovich goes for a power driver, gets countered, and Killer Kelly slams her at the steps. Again, Killer Kelly chokes Masha around the throat and then suplexes her on the ramp. We get back to the ring, and Killer Kelly loses control, and she gets trapped herself with the chain round her neck in a sleeper position, and Masha Slamovich wins by submission. Well, it's a submission win, but it's just a choke out. This is a great match. Really, really well done. I can't fault these two. They've got great chemistry as partners or as rivals. I like that. My only problem, and I'm going to call it out now, my only problem of this is how fast it's ruined. It is ruined by the appearance of Fatal Attraction from NXT. The NXT Women's Champion JC Jane and her cohorts appear, and they beat down the champion. Viciously beat her down. And I'm sorry, but a development brand, as they still want to call it a development brand, even though we guys who are normal, we don't call it a development brand, but WWE still insists it's a development brand. A development brand champion should not have a strong influence and attack perspective on a fully established world champion of a product that does not have a development brand. It just has, well, it does have an explosion, but it doesn't have an NXT type role where they can just come in and cement themselves. So that was a kind of a bit insulting in a way to Masha. And then we get the annoying moment of all moments. Absolute disgrace. Li Ying Li and Xia Brookside, of course, do save Nia and chase the three clowns away. But what does follow next is shocking. We get a backstage segment. Eric Young with the Northern Armory. Eric Young is having an argument with the hometown man against Jesus Christ. This gimmick still going on is ridiculous. Eric Young tells Judas Icarus and Travis Williams, his two proteges, his faction members, that they must step up after losing to the Hardys. He's not happy with their defeat, that they haven't stepped up at all. Again, that shows what matters to him. We get a TNA injury report. Tom Hannafan confirms that Trey Miguel, who was meant to be on the card wrestling Nick Nemeth, he is unable to compete. He has a hernia issue. Zaya Brookside has re-aggravated her knee injury and is day-to-day at the moment for checks and conditioning. And AJ Francis, he is just not on the card because he got banged up. So he won't be on this card, but he is expected to obviously be there at Slammiversary. And we go back to another break. Come back from break, very quick stairwell promo from Mike Santana. Talks about why he is the voice of the fans, not Joe Hendry. And he talks about how the fans' voice, he represents the people, and the fans represent Santana and TNA for using their voice to get him added to the world title match. Or you just listen to me, mate, because I said you were going to be in it anyway. I said Mike Santana would be in the main event of Slammiversary a long time ago. And he vows to bring the title home. I hope he wins. I think he's going to pin Joe Hendry. Back inside the Impact Zone, we get the theme song of the Dusted Faction, The System. Eddie Edwards accompanied by his wife Alicia. They have a match against Always Ready Matt Cardona, who will be challenging for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship soon as well. Fast start for Cardona. Takes an early lead, but he makes a big crucial mistake from the top rope, and then Eddie Edwards gets control of the match and stays in control for the vast majority. Alicia tries to provide the system ring to Eddie to get an advantage. His former tag team partner, this is Matt Cardona, of course, his former tag team partner and current system member Brian Myers comes out and takes the ring from Alicia, which causes a distraction, and Matt Cardona steals the win with a roll-up. But upon that, another match is ruined. Another match is ruined because you bring out that stupid NXT faction, Dark State, who are useless. They come out and they destroy Matt Cardona, and I'm like, alright, thanks for ruining another good segment. We go back to a backstage interview. Sami Callihan is looking after the hometown man who was attacked backstage. Again, the fact that they're trying to protect his identity is fucking embarrassing. He's not Spider-Man. Nobody cares about the hometown man. But they put a towel over his face to maintain some kayfabe, even though everyone knows it's that punk Cody Deaner. We get a digital exclusive package for Leon Slater, talking about his journey into professional wrestling, going through his life, his hardships, en route to becoming a wrestler and obviously a TNA talent, and he's coming for the X Division title. Back in the Impact Zone, Steve Macklin comes out for commentary. Steve Macklin is here to watch the match between Mance Warner and Jake Something. Simply put, this match is horrible. It's a no contest, but it's a fucking horrible match. The only good thing is Steve Macklin just destroys them both. And then it's announced for next week's Impact, and we will be doing a watch-along for this. Next week's Impact will be a triple threat match for the international title. Jake Something and Mance Warner challenge Steve Macklin for the title again from Macklin. Go ahead, use the broke foot. No worries, Bleach. No worries. So next week's Impact will have a triple threat international title match. Simply put, Steve Macklin's going to boss them both. The lights go out again, straight to the next matchup. We're okay. Lights go out, and then the Rascals theme song kicks in. The Rascals are just absolutely brilliant. Zachary Wentz is taking the place of Trey Miguel because obviously he's got a hernia injury. Trey Miguel, of course, is not there. But accompanying Zachary Wentz is original, and I've met this guy as well when I was at the TNA open show when all the Rascals were there. Myron Reed, the original member of the Rascals, accompanies Wentz to ringside. And then the Most Wanted Man theme song kicks in for Nick Nemeth. He comes out accompanied by his bitch. Sorry, his brother. Ryan Nemeth. Again, I do really like this one. This is for a main event match anyway. It's one of the best TV matches that TNA have had from a singles perspective in quite some time. Because you actually get to see why I say Nick Nemeth is a top 5 wrestler. From the current perspective in terms of the world for an all-round package, he's right up there. Zachary Wentz never fails to disappoint as well, and I like the chemistry between both. It's really well done. And the reality of it as well is the speed that Nick Nemeth goes to up against a very fast talent. Now, Ryan does get involved a lot throughout the match. He does get caught a few times, but he doesn't get ejected. We do get a little mid-match commercial break. At which point, before the break, Nick Nemeth was in charge, in control, but coming back from the break, Vince is in control. But at the very closing stage of the match, Ryan Nemeth, for the final time, gets involved. Massive distraction. And then Nick Nemeth hits the danger zone for the win. Another victory for the heel tag champions back-to-back weeks. And then your closing main event segment is the King's speech. Frankie Kazarian, the self-proclaimed King of TNA, is accompanied by the main event of Slammiversary. But before we do that, we get a rundown of next week's Impact. So next week's Impact is the Elegance brand versus Harley Hudson and Myla Grace in tag team knockouts action. JC Jane and Fallon Henley will take on Li Ying Lee and Masha Slamovich. We've got an 8-man tag match, which is of course a prelude to the Fatal 4-Way ladder match for the World Tag Team titles at Slammiversary as well. So next week's Impact will feature the Rascals and the Hardys versus First Class and the Nemeths. And then, of course, the main event will be the international title triple threat. Champion Steve Macklin versus Jake Something versus Mance Warner. Not a bad matchup, that looks like. But the self-proclaimed king of TNA, with his new talk show, The King's Speech, not going straight to DVD, however, he does boast about, which is classic him, he calls out his guest, the first, of course. You say his name and he does slightly appear, but I believe in me. However, because we've not played it in a while, here is our first to appear. Enough of that one anyway, that's out the way. And then, of course, coming to the ring at this time, following this man, is who I bloody well hope wins the title at Slammiversary. A much more complete champion-elect, in my opinion. It is the only man in this match not to have held the TNA World title, but he obviously is a double champion. Other promotions he is a big supporter of. It is Mike Santana, comes through the crowd. And then lastly, the champion, which I'm not going to say his name because I absolutely hate him, because I just hate how this has been done. We got shut down from all three men. The man who dominates this segment, however, out of the three, anyway, out of the main event match, Santana is the one who runs this completely. Trick Williams, his promo is shit. Joe Hendry, he's a decent promo, but I don't feel enough emotion in it, whereas with Santana, I feel it. Santana's seriously improved a lot, and I'm so buzzed, and I can't wait to see him spin the block out of those two and win the title at Slammiversary. It then leads to a brawl because obviously Kazarian loves to make a joke about the situation. The fact that Trick Williams could walk in and take the title, that the only king is Kazarian. And then the show ends with Williams and Kazarian beating and knocking out Santana and Joe Hendry. Decent show. I'm just not happy that it's got an influence from WWE that we don't need. And the WWE influence is the winner of NXT Great American Bash, where the contract for the TNA World title is going to be signed. The winner of Jordan Grace versus JC Jane for the NXT Women's title will face Masha Slamovich at Slammiversary in a title versus title match. Ugh. No. That needs to be changed to champion versus champion, because the way it's going to be, you just know they're going to give the belt. They're going to give the belt to the NXT talent. I can see it being a double champion. If JCJ ends up being a double champion, I'm going to be fucking angry. And I am not going to stand. I'm not kidding. If I see that watching it, next Slammiversary, because I'll be reviewing it, don't like the day after. If I see Jessie Jane with both belts, every TNA account that I know that have been praising the partnership, I'm gonna call them out on this if Jessie Jane wins the title, because then I'll be really annoyed. No, she doesn't deserve it. No. I don't care if you work hard. You can work hard for NXT. But she's not here to be a Knockouts champion. If she wants to be Knockouts champion, leave WWE and just join TNA permanently. Because that's not how this works. Ooh. Emma Raducanu has been knocked out of Wimbledon. Ooh. That's not good. Stephanie Vaquer overrated. I mean, she is good. I mean, suppose maybe she's overly loved a bit, but she is good. The only thing is, though, is I'm fine for TNA talent wrestling NXT talent and back and forth. But I don't want to see them competing for their bloody titles. Like, no chance. Like, that infuriates me. I mean, you're not wrong by that. She wasn't even as when she was in Mexico and when she did that match with Mercedes Moné, she was doing the same stuff, but those fans were actually a bit more mature about it. But I just hate it. And I hate the fact that if they put the belt, if like, just have, honestly, just have Masha Sandwich versus Jessie Jane, champion versus champion. It doesn't need to be title versus title. Just let them compete against each other. I'm alright with that. But, nah, they're gonna do that, which I'm not a fan of. But the card, however, has got some serious intent, obviously with 2 weeks to go. Because the card now looks... If I can find it. It's on the community tab now, obviously. Here we go. So we have, as I've said, the triple threat for the men's title. We've got Moose defending the X Division title against Leon Slater. I think Slater's going to win that. Fatal 4-way for the ladder match. I think the Rascals will take that. Knockouts World Tag Team titles. The Inspiration are winning that. Cedric Alexander versus Mustafa Ali is likely to be the best match on the bloody show. And then another sleeper match, Blanchard versus Indy Hartwell. And then, of course, what's also announced as well, as we've said, the winner of this will challenge this incredible specimen, both belts on the line. I'm not particularly pleased about it, but I'll still be watching. I mean, you can goon whoever you want for how you wish to, of course. That's completely your prerogative. Certainly the right way to be. If that's how you think about it, I'm okay with that. And with that comes to an end your double event review. I like high stakes as well. I just don't want it to be I just don't want it to be this. I just have a bad feeling, that's all. I've got a really bad feeling. Ladies and gentlemen, signing off for the evening. Abel's smile, of course, lets us leave in the highest of highs. I'm going to get here, but I will be back tomorrow. Not sure what we're going to do tomorrow. Maybe a game stream, or we'll do something else. I don't know yet. But, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to bid you good night because I really need to have something to eat. I need to get some energy. But if you are watching SmackDown, remember SmackDown is now 2 hours again. So try and enjoy it. And I shall see you tomorrow. Like, share, and subscribe. And you guys are brilliant. I bid you all a happy rest of your evening. Cheerio.